Alrighty, so I thought that since everybody is going online and people at my university, the University of Akron, and other universities use Desire to Learn, we call it Bright Space at Akron. But I thought it would be helpful to start off with how to set up quizzes. So I teach physics, and that means that just standard multiple choice quizzes aren't always really the best thing for testing in physics. And usually my tests have and quizzes have a section that's either shorthand, something about concepts, so it's about 50%, 50% concepts, and the remainder 50% are actual problems. And so the question I had was, how do I address that structure? I don't want to have multiple choice questions my for my problem solving. That's a key part of the class. So I'm going to show you how to set up a question bank of questions that are multiple choice. This way it helps cut down on the cheating because every student will just get a random selection of multiple choice questions in both quizzes and tests, right? I randomize the answers, and that means that, right, they can't sit next to each other and answer the same things. So I'm going to start off. This is chapter 7, multiple choice questions. Oh, I don't think I started this already, but maybe I did. And then I'm going to put shuffle questions in this section, say save, and then I can come down here. And here is my chapter 7 multiple choice question. So I'm just going to start off by going in and selecting multiple choice questions. And because I typically have multiple choice questions in my quizzes, I can just go up to quizzes. You notice that I have like a 20-year collection. I actually have more, but my computer can't read them anymore. So I could go up to last spring's quiz and look at, this happens to be about rotational motion. So I have some questions here. So for instance, here I have a question that has to do with tangential velocity. So I have a picture. So I can copy my picture and I can actually put it right into my multiple choice question. Super awesome. And then I just go in and select my text, control copy, go in here, right? And now I can just, right, paste it as plain text. I can make it, right? Oops, I didn't want to do that. Thank goodness for undo, control Z. So here we have, oh, I guess my quiz question has a prior thing, right? So here we go. This is all the same question. And I could change it. So I'm just going to go up here and add some text, right? Anyway, so we have a cork is connected to a string and is right, made to travel in a circular path as shown. And now we have possible answers, right? So this one's pretty easy because I could just do A and then do B. There's not a lot of text, right? A, B, C, D. I want to have more than the standard 4, so I can just add an answer, right? So I have E, and that's all of my answers. And then, right, for something like this, I might not randomize the answers just because it follows. For my quiz, these are each worth a half a point. And later on, I can use them in a test and make them worth 2 points. And then I can save that one. Oh, forgot to pick my right answer. Right, so it's going to travel point B because now there's not an inward force to keep it traveling in a circle and hit save. And then I can go in and I can get a new multiple choice question. Right? Maybe I want to pick up a different quiz. So here we'll pick up something that's older. Right? Oh, let's see. So here's one. Goes around. Oh, that's weird. I'm going to have to fix this one because you can go in actually and it should be just zeros, not O's. You know, it is an older one. Should be O's, not zeros. So now I could go in, right, and an SUV has a mass, blah, 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 blah. Right, so there's two of them. The centripetal acceleration of the compact car is a 0, right, and the centripetal force acting is F0. And then I want to know about my vehicle here, right? So the first question is the centripetal acceleration of the SUV is blank, right? The centripetal acceleration of my, and I could just fix this. So in other words, they understand that mass has something to do with the force, but not with the centripetal. So here's a case where I could just, control copy. I don't even remember I asked this question. It's also fun because you go back and you can find all your old questions. So I'm going to keep the formatting so it will keep all of those subscripts. Right? And you notice I did the whole shebang here, right? So I have more than equal to, and so I'm just going to copy. I could type, right? But I like, the answer happens to be equal to because the mass doesn't matter. Always got to have a good cannot be determined stuff. Now this one I might randomize the answers to. Right? And this is also going to be 0.5 points. And you get the general idea. So I'm going to pause and I'll add a bunch more questions and then I'll come back and show you some other things. All right, I didn't bore you with copying pasting, but I now have 11 questions, and I'm only going to draw 8 at random for my quiz. So now I'm going to go in, I'm going to make a new section, because I don't want to draw from random in this case, and these are going to be the Chapter 7 problems, right? And I allow them, they can use their book and stuff, which I tell them in the quiz, right? But, and I'll shuffle them, but it'll only mean that it transposes the 2, because I'm only going to have 2. So now I have to come down here. Nope, I have 2 of these. Oh, that's never good. Oh, crap, I'll put it in here. All right, I'm going to do that. Here's my problems. Oh, I didn't want to do that. So, I'm just gonna be done editing. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Go back to the question library. Now I'm gonna make a new section. I don't like to have it underneath. Right, and so this is going to be Chapter 7 problems. And Shuffle. There's a way to delete that, but I'll figure that out later. Now I want to come down here. Oh, I remember how to do it now. Oh, I made this the other day. I don't think this had anything in it, though. Oh, no, it did. Is this my 11? Oh, that is my 11. Well, then I don't know what's... It's always good to... I think I have them too. Oh, nope, there are currently none. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the question library. And that other one, this one, I'm going to delete this one, which is, oops, not that one. This one. Because this is the one that had my stuff in it. Can I delete it from here? No, I don't want to do that. All right, so I'm going to just go up here. And I can delete that one. And so now I'm going to do the problems. And here I'm going to do a written response question. And I'm going to go into one of my old quizzes. And because students aren't really used to solving these kinds of things online, I feel bad because we haven't been doing our usual kinds of activities in class because they have videos online in my classes. And then we do active learning strategy stuff in my classes, like group work and other things. Clickers, right? Conceptual stuff, problem solving stuff. And so here, right, they have to do a calculation. I enable the HTML editor in case they want to type in their response. I'm going to draw 8 multiple choice questions, each at half a point each, so that's 4 points. That means that each of my problems is going to be worth 3 points. And they've been having some problems, so I can say click on the camera icon to upload a photo of your solution, because they've been having some problems with some of those things. And then I can save it, and then I can go in and make another one. Right, so written response. Gonna go in maybe to a different quiz, because obviously I have a... No, there's that one. It's pretty hard for them to... Well, not horrible for them to do long drawn out, but you know, notice that I have lots of kinematic equations here. That one's not too bad. That one's from... I just keep poking around, you see. Let's see if I can find some. There goes that one. And maybe we'll do the NASCAR one. It's really not that bad. It's really one of their homework problems. And certainly at this point, I feel, oops, shouldn't have done that. Thank goodness for Control Z. Gonna paste, gonna keep formatting so that it keeps all of my, you know, squared seconds and stuff. Gonna enable the HTML editor so they can type it out. And gonna be worth 3 points. And voila. And now I'm ready to go and do my quiz. So I'm gonna go back to quizzes and exams. And I'm going to make a new quiz. And it's going to be quiz 7 over chapter 7. which is rotational motion. And I'm going to go down here. Quiz is empty. I'm going to do something. So I want to edit, add questions. So the first thing that I have to do is go in and new, and now I'm going to do question pool. And so this is my question pool. It's just the multiple choice section, right? I'm going to select 8. They're half a point each. And then I'm going to browse the question library. So here are all my questions. There's my chapter 7 multiple choice questions. Might not actually be quiz 7. I might have to change that. Right? So it's going to randomly select these. Right? I'm going to save. And I'm not done yet, right? So now I'm going to do new, and I'm going to do import from my question library. And so I'm going to go down to my problems, add them, and now I have a quiz. And I can go in, I can make restrictions. So I should make sure that this is actually quiz 7. And I can figure it out later. And I can prevent them from going backwards. Shuffle questions at the quiz level. Sure. Oh no, I didn't want to do that, because then it does not cascade to subsections. But I want to have one question per page. Makes it easier for them. Oops. And now I have my description. So for this quiz, like all the others, right? For this quiz, you may use your textbook, Ramlo Cliff Notes, which is something I give them, your personal notes, and or an equation sheet have made. I recommend the latter, because if they spend their time looking through the textbook, they're just to upload your solution to the written response. Look for the, oh, wait a minute. You may upload a photo of your handwritten solution. Don't forget to include original physics equations, something that they hear me say all the time. And I realized when I was poking around earlier that might be able to figure out if there's a camera in here or not. So in this case, I think I might be fancy, and I'm going to use my little snipping tool, which is the best thing in the world. And it's really awesome that it's included, right? So this is the photo icon, and I'm just going to put it right here. Edge paste has been disabled. No, it's horrible. Well, I guess I won't be including that. And then you have to make sure the description is on. And all right. And then we can come over here to restrictions. So right now I'm going to hide this from users, but it's going to have a due date and and a start date. Doesn't have a start date yet, so, right? But when I do those things, I'm going to display it in the calendar, right? They could lock down the browser, but I don't do that. I give them 40 minutes for their quiz. I have some students who get extended time, and I add them by clicking on Add Users to Special Access. I'll go in and I'll get them, and then I'll come back, right, in order to show you how to do that without revealing their name. So hold that thought. All right, I'm in here. So the key is I haven't added their name yet, but so I haven't. What I want to do is give them additional time. So I'm going to make that not 80 minutes, 60 minutes, because it's 50. I can go in and include somebody's name. We'll have to block that out in my little video. And right, and then I can just add her to that, and that's how I do that. All right, so now we're in the assessment area, and I'm going to allow the attempt to be graded immediately upon completion. It doesn't grade the written response part. You have to do that by hand. And right now a grade item is none, right? So I need to create a grade item, right? So I could call this Chapter 7 quiz, right? And did I say it was quiz 7? I don't think it was really quiz 7. I think it's really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's quiz 5. Oh, I forgot. I should add. I could have added some things. It already knows that it's 10 out of 10 because it can add. Break gets 1 attempt. Takes the highest one because you can also let them do multiples, right? And save and close. Nope, it's not quiz 5. Quiz 5 is work in springs. So quiz 6. So this is quiz 7. So that means that I have to go into my grades and I have to change the name of my quiz in assessments. But you get the general idea of how to set up a quiz. I do the same thing with tests, right? So if I want to create a new quiz that's a test, I can go in and do the same kind of thing, right? So say this is test 4, right? I'm not ready to do test 4, right? But then I can come in, and one of the things I can do is I could draw from different sections. So I could do I'm just going to start off with this, right? So I'm going to do new question pool, right? And so I could have a question pool that draws from multiple quizzes. So I could go in and browse my question library, for instance. And I could go in and say there were multiple choice questions, right? Say I was doing chapter 5 and 6, right? So I could take the quiz question, not the short answers, the multiple choice questions from this quiz, the multiple choice questions from this quiz, the multiple choice questions from quiz or chapter 6 quiz, right? And then I could add them, and it could just draw from those. So I could just say add, right? And then I could say maybe I want 20 questions out of the 27, and it will just draw that from there. And that makes it very easy to do. I do some other things for tests where I also create matching units, and then I can also go in and draw randomly from a set of problems. They won't be the same problems from the quiz, so I'll have another set of problems. For tests, I've been setting it up so that I have, maybe I give them 3 questions, but it can be randomly selected. So, but you get the general idea.